So, hello there everyone, and welcome. It is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another one of these FIFA 20 career mode experiments. I feel like these have been coming out of literally every orifice recently on this channel, but we're back again. This time we've got a modded one on the PC. We are going to be experimenting what will happen when you have every single player on the game at a 1 overall, but with 99 potential. Literally from one extreme to the other. They're all literally the worst they could possibly be, but at the same time can grow to be the best they can possibly be. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of the growth of these players, how quickly they'll go up, like whether Mohamed Salah will be like 50 overall one day, because I know obviously it is very hard to get a player from 1 to 99 without using training. In fact, it is literally impossible. So none of these players will hit 99, but obviously their regens will when they eventually retire. So this experiment's definitely going to favor sides that have quite an old squad, because they're gonna actually get more regens very quickly. I just want to say a massive thank you to FIFA for making a squad file for this experiment. You can check out his channel down in the description below. Anyway, let's take a little look at the squad. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what we're about to see, but Alisson, 1 overall, Kamil Grabara, 1 overall, Loris Karius, still the same overall as he was before. Every single player in the whole team, no matter what their age is or anything, is 1 overall. All their attributes are 1. But again, all of these players technically could grow to being 99 in theory. So we're just going to sim through multiple seasons and see what ends up happening to all the league tables. Will we get League 2 sides getting promoted all the way to the Premier League? Will we get the vice versa and Liverpool or United ending up right down at the bottom of the ladder? Also very much expecting myself to get sacked. Let's place some bets. When's that going to happen? We're halfway through the season and the league is looking as unpredictable as you'd perhaps expect it to be at this point. We haven't been sacked though. That's the one thing I will say. You know what I've clocked as well? There's been so many draws. What's occurring here then? Oh my god, there's certain teams have played 20 games and drawn 19. That's actually mental. This league table is going to be so low scoring. We've not conceded any because Alisson's 23. What? When did that happen suddenly? What's going on here? He's got 88 diving out of nowhere. Let me go on the team sheets and let's just go on import and then let's see. City have got Edison at 23, Schmeichel's 20, Lerzel's 19. I don't think match of the day was much of a spectacle because in December, the first, 10 games all ended 0-0 barring the Merseyside derby, which we won 1-0. Season number 1 is over and here is how the Premier League finished with Norwich out on top. 64 points scored, winning on goal difference over Spurs. We finished 3rd with Liverpool, but I just find it mad that we only conceded 1 goal all season and didn't even get in the top 2. How does that happen? Leicester, Crystal Palace and Burnley go down. Leeds United won the FA Cup, beating Norwich 1-0 in the final. Southend United won the Carabao Cup. Oh, this experiment's going to be mental. I know it already. I love these pre-season tournaments as well. They're all absolutely catastrophic. Well, there you have it. It's the 4th of April, 2020, and we've been sacked. What a surprise. Who'd have thought it? Right, I'm not being funny. UEFA's Team of the Year for midfielders has 3 Norwich players in it. What's going on there then? Okay. Mental. Right. So, the Premier League season is done. Spurs, Millwall, Norwich and Cardiff must have been blessed somewhere along the lines. Spurs have won the league on 110 points. They only didn't win twice. 2nd place Millwall, 3rd Norwich. I mean, Millwall were just promoted from the Championship and they've scored 109 points in the Prem. Norwich there in 3rd, having scored a whopping 140 goals. Brighton, Watford and Newcastle go down. The winners of the FA Cup were Macclesfield Town, who beat Accrington Stanley 5-0 in the final. What is going on here? And they won the Carabao Cup too. Shakhtar Donetsk won the Champions League 4-0 over Ajax. And then over in the Europa League, St Patrick's Athletic of Ireland beat Kilmarnock. I'd just like to confirm as well, Macclesfield scored 136 points in League 2. Over in France, Angers won Ligue 1 ahead of Sochaux, 106 points to 103. Your Bundesliga champions are Dortmund ahead of RB Leipzig, Hertha Berlin, Schalke and Darmstadt. Serie A champions are Chievo Verona, then Milan Milan, Fiorentina, and Piemonte Calcio. And finally in La Liga, Getafe win the league over Tenerife and Granada. Season 3 now, and it just doesn't get any less weird. This season has been mental, alright? You already knew it was going to be from the fact Bristol City beat Chelsea 5-1 in the Premier League. Millwall have won the whole thing. 107 points, only lost one time. Newly promoted sides Fulham and Leeds, 3rd and 4th, with Spurs, United, Norwich and Cardiff below them. But a side we were just sacked by, Arsenal, finished only 16th. The side we started with, Liverpool, are in 18th. So suck on that one, that is your fault. Chelsea have also gone down, so both Liverpool and Chelsea are going to be in the Championship now. Macclesfield Town keep winning cups. This time they beat Grimsby in the FA Cup final, and they did the cup double again, beating Bristol Rovers in the Carabao Cup final. The Champions League was won by Shakhtar Donetsk, this time beating last year's Europa League finalist St Patrick's Athletic in the final, and the Europa League was won by Turkish side Sivasspor over Aberdeen. And down in the Championship, Accrington Stanley have been promoted to the Prem. This is amazing. Meanwhile, contrasting fortunes, Watford, Brighton and Newcastle go straight back out of the Championship and down to League One. Leicester City have been relegated with 1 point from League One to League Two. What is going on? Strasbourg are your League One champions ahead of Troy and Sochaux. Meanwhile, the Bundesliga was won by Eintracht Frankfurt this year ahead of Borussia Mönchengladbach and RB Leipzig. Serie A was won by Parma, the likes of Pescara or Pescara, and then Pordenone as well here. And finally in La Liga, a team I have literally never heard of nor can pronounce won it. Real Madrid have been relegated from La Liga. Millwall have won the league again. They've been right up towards the top though since they were promoted from the Championship. Spurs in 2nd, then Bournemouth and Fulham. Accrington Stanley newly promoted from the Championship and obviously League One, finishing 6th. Wolves, Arsenal and Southampton go down. Arsenal with a goal difference of -102. Swindon Town, different winners of the FA Cup. Great to see it's not Macclesfield again. And Bradford defeated the very same team, Macclesfield, in the Carabao Cup this time. Grimsby Town and Bristol Rovers will be getting promoted from the Championship. Then it's Stoke, QPR, Hull and Middlesbrough in the playoffs. And all the way at the bottom, Leicester finished 23rd. They would have been relegated to the National League. Le Mans FC win League One. That's pretty sick. I rate that. Greuther Fürth win the Bundesliga. And Bayern's B team came 3rd. Bayern got relegated, but their second team came 3rd. Serie A now, and Pescara win ahead of Parma. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that. I don't know whether it's Pescara or Pescara. And then finally in Spain, that unpronounceable team won La Liga again ahead of Osasuna and Leganes. The Premier League it just isn't even trying to look normal anymore. Fulham have won it on 107 points. Grimsby Town are 2nd. Grimsby started in League Two and are 2nd in the Premier League. Leeds United 3rd, then Bristol Rovers, Spurs, Accrington, Millwall with quite a fall from grace in 7th, whilst Charlton, Bristol City and Manchester City go down. Your Champions League winners are that Spanish team. I'm going to go Fuenlabrada is how you pronounce it, winning on penalties over Parma. And then the Europa League was, for a second time I think in this save, won by Sivasspor ahead of Italian side La Spezia. And now for the final season we're going to sim. This is season number 6. Fulham have won the Premier League again with 103 points, this time only winning 33. I say only. I think we've got to a point now where the teams have balanced out slightly more than in season 1, but they're still really OP. Fulham winning the league though ahead of Bristol Rovers, Bournemouth in 3rd, then West Brom, Grimsby, Spurs, Accrington and Leeds. United, in fairness to them, stayed mid-table the majority of this experiment, same as Everton. Preston, MK Dons and Cardiff go down though. On to the cups though. Bristol Rovers beat West Brom 3-0 in the FA Cup final. The EFL Cup was also won by Bristol Rovers. They beat QPR this time. Over in the Champions League, CF Fuenlabrada are potentially the new powerhouse of European football. They've won it again. And in the Europa League, Swedish side IFK Gothenburg beat Eskilstuna. I think they're also a Swedish team actually. Chelsea and Liverpool 22nd and 23rd in League Two. Marseille won League One, which seems to have normalised a bit more, with Paris Saint-Germain there in 2nd place. Bundesliga was won by Bayer Leverkusen, Stuttgart, Würzburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayern's B team once again in the top tier. The Eredivisie is a league we haven't really kept up with. VVV Venlo won it unbeaten with 96 points at Feyenoord and Ado Den Haag. The Scottish Premier League was won by Motherwell ahead of Aberdeen, Kilmarnock, Hearts and Celtic in only P5. And then finally in Spain, Fuenlabrada Nevada are at least knocked off top spot by Las Palmas and Rayo Vallecano. But that is going to wrap up today's FIFA 20 career mode experiment, seeing what would happen if every team on FIFA was 1 overall but with 99 potential. And honestly, the results have been absolutely beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this FIFA 20 career mode experiment, and if you have, slap a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Feel free to let me know what other experiments you'd like to see down in the comments section below, and you can also follow me on social media. It's at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.